I've been using the Poco X6 Pro for some weeks now, and finally I'm now able to share to everyone my review of the Poco X6 Pro, and let's see if it can compete in 2024. So the variant that I'm currently using right now is the 12GB and 512GB variant. And upon opening the box and getting the Poco X6 Pro, you'll also be greeted by a smaller box, and inside of it is a textured matte TPU case, which I like considering most phones always included a clear jelly case. Aside from the textured phone case, you'll also be greeted by some manuals and guide, a SIM ejector tool, a Type-C to Type-A cable, and finally, a 67 watts fast charger. For ports and buttons, in the top of the phone there is the secondary loudspeaker and an infrared blaster that is used to remote control of various smart TVs and appliances. For the right side of the phone, you will see the power button and volume rockers. In the bottom part of the phone, you'll see a Type-C port, the main speaker, and a SIM card slot. Do note that the Poco X6 Pro does not have a micro SIM SD card slot. For cameras, it has 3 cameras, a 64 megapixel main camera with OIS, an 8 megapixel ultra wide, and a 2 megapixel macro. For the left side, there is no buttons whatsoever. For the processor, it runs on the MediaTek 8300 Ultra, which is a 4nm chipset that is not only battery efficient but is also a powerful chipset that does not heat a lot. Aside from this, is the Poco X6 Pro runs the new HyperOS UI. For the display, it gets a Crystal Rest AMOLED display that is bright even if I use it outdoors. As for the new HyperOS UI, it is much more customizable, and my observation on the new UI is that it is much more fluid and faster. However, I did encounter some minor bugs like gestures having some issues or Google Chrome not responding. As for the selfie camera of the phone, it uses a 16 megapixel camera, which is okay for me, but I have to turn off the beautification filter so that I can get a more natural shot. As for the rear cameras, the various shots I got are sharp and beautiful. However, I did observe some enhancements, especially if the background of the said shots are the sky or trees. For night shots, if there is not enough light, the cameras tend to get not too good shots. But with enough lighting, the shots could be somewhat okay. The maximum selfie video camera capability of the Poco X6 Pro is 60 fps and its resolution will be 1080p. As you can see, it does not have any stabilization whatsoever, but for any casual users, it is more than enough. As for the 4K 60fps video that I was able to shoot with the Poco X6 Pro, the video itself is not that shaky considering that the phone has OIS. As for games, I first tested World of Warships and the game itself runs smoothly, but I do feel that the phone gets a bit warm. As for Genshin Impact, I put the FPS to 60 and the graphics setting to medium, and at the first minutes of the game, I did observe some lags and FPS drops, but it was playable nonetheless. But the phone itself gets warm as I was keep on playing Genshin Impact. The speakers of the phone is quite loud. It is only sufficient if, for example, you are alone in your room. So if you want to have a more clear audio, I suggest using a Type-C earphones or Bluetooth TWS for a more enjoyable audio experience. for the 3D wildlife score of the Poco X6 Pro, it got at least a score of 7,381. For the Antutu, it got at least 1,308 million for its score. Poco X6 Pro that I am using was also able to receive a new update, and I was kind of surprised considering that I just updated my Poco X6 Pro a few weeks ago. As for battery life, I was able to use the Poco X6 Pro with light usage for a whole day with gaming. For heavy usage and gaming, I was only able to use the Poco X6 Pro for at least 3 to 5 hours, but this can be compensated by fast charging with the 67 watts fast charger included in the box that can fully charge the phone in at least 15 minutes. The missed opportunity that I observe here is the lack of battery protection, which only appears in the Poco X6 Pro as nighttime charging protection. For biometrics, the Poco X6 Pro has an in-display fingerprint and face recognition, but I recommend using the in-display fingerprint because not only is it faster, but it is also more secure. For the pros and cons of this unit, the pros of the Poco X6 Pro is that it has a bright display, high performance in games, strong battery life, and an affordable and competitive price for its specs. As for the cons of this unit, well, the camera is great and all, but there's a lot of inconsistencies, especially in taking night shots and selfie. And I also observed that there's still some bugs and hiccups with the new HyperOS UI in the Poco X6 Pro. Overall, the Poco X6 Pro is a great value flagship-like smartphone for its price range. However, it still suffers from hiccups here and there, but a great value smartphone in its price range. And if you do like my review of the Poco X6 Pro, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, and once again, thank you guys for watching my review of the Poco X6 Pro, and see you in the next one.